you just got to get that room and try to make this fit.
Yeah.
What those first rehearsals like? A bit confusing.
It was Penn. Well, first of all, Penn, because before there was Crass, Penn was in this band called Serious Confusion, and he had this bike wheel. I don't know how he did it, but he had this old bicycle that was supposed to be some metal. And Mike out, and I went, that's out. I'm not even that. And so then I said to Penn, what about other members? And he went, oh, we'll just be drums and vocals because no one else is doing it at that time, so we're going to do that. But the first rehearsal, I think, I was just screaming into remember those little clunky where you push the recorder and play at the same time cassette thing? We had one of those with the microphone stuck to the microphone stand, and I just used to scream into that, and you just used to play the drums. Military style, and I just used to do words to it.
Basically, Crass from the start.
Crass at the start was so crass. It was like it must have sounded like furniture falling downstairs. It's really lucky we lived, you know, on our own because the neighbours would have been.
So when Steve turned up with his head full of this punk thing, were you actually aware the punk thing was happening then, or were you just in the world you already existed in, or?
No, well, I'd heard Patti Smith on the radio, and I actually thought it was jazz when I heard it. And that was really, so I followed up trying to find out who she was, and then I did find out. And she actually had left to go to live in New York because of Patti Smith, largely because she'd really sort of connected with what Patti Smith was about. So I sort of knew what was happening in New York. I didn't really know. No, I didn't know much about Pistols or the Clash or something about it.
So was Steve turned up all pumped up? Talk about this, or you just turned up in your tartan trousers?
No, I turned up because I was working in the hospital. I had yeah, you've got to read it. Hopefully, when it comes out, I had a fucking college boy haircut, you know, side when I had hair and all that. And when I had a jacket, I had leather sole Saladio shoes and jeans from the Jean Junction with a nice little turn up on all this sort of stuff. Yeah, it turned up like that. And then the first thing we did, when Penn said, because I was only going to, I didn't know how long I could stay for, and then Penn said, I want him to stick around, I quite like you being around, I was like, alright, so I had somewhere to live. And then the first thing we did was get the pinking shears out and cut me hair, and then got the hair around, and then ripped up a shirt and found an old pair of jeans somewhere, and yeah, went down to the market, a pair of plastic sandals, saying I was a punk. Getting chucked out of pubs.
So you became the house punk.
One of the things at first which was confusing to me is I remember Steve used to go for little walks, and I couldn't quite work that out, what the little walks were. Like, we'd be sort of fucking about doing nice stuff, but it's sort of like ripping up shirts or whatever Steve was doing. It was dope, wasn't it? You were sort of like going off your little smoke, because we had very strict law at Dial House in that day. That's why it lasted, that there was no dope or no drugs. At one time, no alcohol as well in the house, which is actually how we managed to get through the 70s. No place like that could have survived, as you know, the number of communes that were closed down exactly for that reason.
Even pre-Crass, were the police taking quite an interest in what was going on?
Less so. I mean, it was, you know, the politicisation of the place really started attracting interest, but the Stonehenge thing did as well, of course. You know, so yeah, pre-Crass we had interest, and actually, when I was investigating Wally, the guy who co-founded the Stonehenge Festival's death, you know, I started uncovering all sorts of shit about the local police. Essex police were very much tied in with the Brighton gang at the time, with the Brighton Mafia, etc., etc. Well, that's not the sort of information that the police like you having, namely by God, and they'd sort of turn up every so often and sort of let me know that I was on surveillance, basically, but in a sort of Bobby on a bicycle sort of way. It wasn't like in the internet world. It was,
and also I think for me is because I'd only really seen hippies on telly, and when I turned up there, I sort of, it wasn't really hippies, but it was just like alternative thinking, but calling hippies at the time. But I was really glad that there weren't people with needles sticking in them and all that sort of, because I was a bit scared of that coming from Bangkok. Although later when I got into certain substances and all that sort of thing. But for me, I think that's really good, and I think that's one thing that's in its favour as always. But I mean, I'll take the mickey out of it and go, yeah, couldn't drink or nothing like that, but I think it worked for the reasons Penn's saying, and I think that's why it survived. Because I've seen so many spots and things closed down because of fucking Yeah.